Hello everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with yet another zombie survivor. They just put out a new public beta. So public beta, anyone can access this. Go to their Steam page and you can find out how to do it. This is not in the live version of the game yet, but it will be probably within a couple weeks. But you can jump in, play this now. And this is a pretty big update. We'll go over a little bit what they have and then we'll jump into some gameplay here. They added a brand new character, Mechanic. She is going to be sort of a melee, mid-range, hybrid type character. A lot of her weapons right here can do both close range and long range combat. At least her first two weapons do. And then you can see her other weapons are going to be, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't seen what these do yet. But here's another cool thing is you can see there's now a third slot here. So every character now has a third weapon for their tier 3 weapons. So like SWAT, we're not going to go over all of these right now, but just so you know, every character does have a third weapon. So like SWAT gets a grenade launcher, the tank gets a super shotgun, the engineer is going to get a plasma gun. So they're all going to get different unique weapons here. Unfortunately, I did just unlock her. I played enough to unlock her. I haven't been able to level her up. That's a little bit too much time for what I had, because I just got back from vacation. I saw they put out an update. I played to unlock her. To unlock her, you have to activate 5,000 abilities. That takes about 45 minutes, a 45-minute run. And to do that, I would highly recommend taking the Ghost. The Ghost is going to be the character you're going to want to do this with because he has by far the shortest cooldown abilities. So pick him. The other characters I don't think matter as much. They all have relatively long cooldowns. Most of them are like in the 30s to a minute. But the Ghost has a lot of like 3 to 10 second cooldown abilities. So definitely make sure you have the Ghost in your lineup and you'll activate 5,000 abilities within like a 45-minute run or so. Doesn't take too long, just like one normal game. But anyways, we're gonna run the Mechanic, and again, since I don't have anything unlocked with her, we'll do endless, but we're only gonna do difficulty 2 here, and then we'll pick up some of our stronger characters and see what happens. We're not really gonna focus on a build or anything today. We're mainly just gonna kind of have fun and see like what abilities she has, what they do. I haven't really had a chance to play with her too much. So you can see so she's a long range character right now, and then when we get up close, she'll start hitting them with it. So it's a pretty cool. I like that sort of gimmick with her. I would imagine most of the time though, especially once you get to the later game, she probably turns more into a melee character. I don't imagine her ricochet wrench being too prominent in the late game. Although I guess it doesn't matter because we're gonna have different weapons. So. Scratch actually what I just said there. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? We have cooling mods. A master of efficiency, the Mechanic underclocks her own weapons to deal additional ice damage. So I think that means, I don't know if that means her abilities, but it at least means all her weapons have a chance to do ice damage. We can upgrade her weapon. Then we can get an ice turret. Deploys rotating amalgam. What is? I don't even know what that is. Amalgamation of several household appliances to emit freezing fumes. See, this is where like the whole Jinx comes in. Like if you watched Arcane, great show by the way. Jinx is sort of she's like a crafty, I wouldn't call her a mechanic, but you know, she's, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. She's just I don't know. I can't think of a word. She's really good at making things out of everything. Like she can make bombs and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see. We have a remote control car, simple RC toy rigged with deadly explosives for a funny surprise. And then we have a transmitter. Set up a transmitter that hijacks the signal and overclocks the stats of abilities used by survivors within its range. So this doesn't necessarily specify what it does, but it just says it increases the stats of abilities. So I assume it makes them stronger. Not quite sure exactly what that's gonna do. Okay, let's do, well, I mean, we'll get the transmitter later. So I don't really have any other. Okay, we can run Ghost. I don't really, like I said, I don't really have like a plan here with what we're gonna do. But see, this is what I was talking about before with the abilities. See, like this has this 3.6 second cooldown. This is gonna be one of the shortest cooldown abilities in the game, so I would highly recommend, highly recommend trying to get that one as soon as you can. Okay, let's go with the ice turret. I'm curious to see how good she'll be. I think the ice turrets could be good. They don't really have like an instant freeze though. Okay, let's do Trusty Spanner. If we can drop multiple, if we can get like 3 or 4 ice turrets out at once, that could be kind of cool. All right, let's go with remote control car. See, there's the remote control car. It's kind of weird because I don't know if I trust it that much. I have used it before, and sometimes it just drives around randomly and then it just randomly explodes. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't really hit a lot of enemies sometimes. Oh, but it looks like we can get 2 remote control cars. That's actually pretty cool. I wasn't sure if we'd actually get more. That makes it a little bit more appealing. Okay, let's go with... We'll go with her weapon again. They did add, I think, 8 new items to the game too. What even is she? Is she a kinetic? She must be. She's like a hybrid, man. She's gonna be ice, explosive, kinetic. That's gonna be tough to build her around. Let's do the glass of milk. 10 HP for every time you defeat 100 enemies, 2 elite. Bonus caps after 300 activations. We'll just do glass of milk. And I'm also gonna state this isn't gonna be an endless run. I'm not gonna. This is only difficulty 2, so I'm not sure how long, because this could be. I really have no idea. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do a really long run or if this is gonna be a short run, because she is not leveled up at all. Okay, let's see what her Lancer does. Deadly invention, which either cuts enemies up close or shoots them down at a distance. So again, more of a hybrid. So it looks like it turns into like sort of like a rifle, or what's the close range? So it like slashes at them. I like that. Like I like that sort of flexibility she has. Okay, let's go with cooling mod. So a 10% chance to do ice. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of her being sort of like flexible as she is, or she seems like she might be a jack of all trades, master of none. Although I guess a lot of characters sort of, I mean, a lot of characters sort of have a lot of versatility where they can go like explosives, ice, chemical. I would have liked her to lean a little bit more heavy into the ice. You know, I think I would have liked to have seen like one more ice ability here. Okay, let's go. Night dance. I mean, maybe her, I guess it's too soon to speak, like maybe her evolutions can sort of change things to ice a little bit. Oh, I love that we can do like 3 cars here though. Okay, let's do Lancer again. So I'll work on leveling her up. It is gonna take a little bit to grind that all out, but I'll slowly start doing that, start getting her evolutions, and then we'll start playing with her evolutions, and then we'll start doing builds. Let's go with Katana. We'll start mixing her up with some other characters and see what we can do in terms of builds. Like, obviously one of the first things we'll probably try is ice. We'll mix her with like the medic, and then I don't know. There's not really, the medic's really the only other ice character. You could do, the ghost gets a little bit of ice. The huntress gets a little bit of ice. Nobody else really has ice. Okay, so here's one of the new things, a walkie-talkie. For each rank of an ability you have, every survivor gains 1% bonus to ability area and duration. So for each rank of any ability, so each ability gets what, 5 ranks? So you could get that up to like, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like each character has maybe like, if each character has like 25, you know, you could get like 675-ish % ability, right? If each character has like 5 ability, oh, I did not mean to pick that. I meant to back out. If every character has, that was actually kind of a good pick though. So if every character has like 5 abilities and it gets like 5 ranks, every character probably has about 4 abilities though. I can't quite put a number on that. So maybe 20. But then it reduces it by half if you have a full team. It's an interesting item. But I still think that seems like it's still a pretty good one. Okay, we can go engineer. We have some synergies with this character, so we might as well just take that one. I don't know who she synergizes with yet either, because I don't have that unlocked. Now our speculation comes to what is the last character going to be. We were kind of, I think the hope was a lot of people wanted to see an ice character, and I guess she's gonna kind of fill that void of kind of having an ice character. I wouldn't say she's a full-on ice character, but she's more ice than anything else. So, okay, we can do the transmitter now. So she's gonna drop a transmitter, and if we stay in the range of it, it's gonna increase our abilities. I don't know exactly what that means though. If it's gonna increase damage, reduce cooldown, if it buffs up everything. Does it specify? It just says overclocks the stats of abilities. I guess we could probably like look like 165 ability damage. Oh, why does it do that? It auto picks. Okay, so oh wait, no. Okay, so it increases the ability damage by at least 20. Okay, so let's actually look. Everything's 145, 145, 145. Okay, then okay, so it increases everything by about 20%. Cool. So it increases damage, ability area, and duration. And then did it do cooldown reduction too? 40? Let's look. So no, just ability area, duration. I didn't see if it did critical damage either. I guess we don't need to keep looking at the menu, but you can tell me if it did. So now we can definitely do, I like doing sort of like a hold your ground build. Okay, let's see. Let's do the transmitter again. So if we did like a hold your ground kind of build, we could do that with her too. We could drop turrets, drop her transmitter, maybe run like either a tank or engineer. Okay, let's go with the Lancer. Okay, now I'm going to assume they don't stack. They don't. But that does kind of mean we could like expand the area, I guess. Okay, these are not new items, but I don't think any of these ones changed. Gives a chance to stun basic and elite enemies on weapon hit. This chance is higher for slower hitting weapons, and survivor stats do not affect it. Okay, let's just try that. That's a new one. Or at least a change. I feel like the frying pan was in there before, but maybe it wasn't. All right, let's go katana. Okay, let's go movement speed. Let's go cooling mod, 40% chance. Yeah, I really want to, man, I wish I had the evolutions unlocked, but it's going to take me too much time, and by the time I wanted to, like, I obviously want to get a video out right away because the update came out, but it's going to take me too much time to grind this to get all the, to evolve all these abilities, because I have to level her up from 0. Okay, let's go taser. What's kind of, there's already, now that I'm thinking of it too, there's kind of already a freezing turret in this game, because doesn't the engineer's turret can freeze too. Interesting to kind of have 2 freezing turrets in here. But that's his evolution. Let's go Lancer again. So I was saying this earlier and I never really got to finish the thought. This is going to be about a 40 to 45 minute run. We'll call it around that time. Because again, I don't know, since this is a lower difficulty, we could, I really have no idea what to expect with this. Okay, so this is okay, so she does have another flat out cold weapon here, but then what's the point of this other upgrade? Master of efficiency, the mechanic underclocks her own weapons to deal additional ice damage. Okay, so this will do ice damage, but then this will do additional. Cool. Okay, or we could do a chainsaw. I don't know if I like the idea of a chainsaw. Let's go with the nitro gun for now. I'm not too big into like the really close range weapons. Wait, who's, oh wait, that's ooh, is she, wait, what is she? It's hard to tell. It's like she's shooting out like an orb. That's cool. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. At some point I was hoping it was going to be this update, but I guess it's not. They're gonna add, I know it's on like the list somewhere on their roadmap. They do want to do, oh my gosh, so many upgrades. Let's do Kunai Dance. They're gonna add weapon evolutions too. I was kind of hoping that was going to be this update, but not quite yet. I wonder if they'll ever add tier 1 and tier 2 weapons also, or if it's just going to be, because right now we only have one tier 1, one tier 2, but then there's 3 tier 3 weapons now, which is probably, I mean, that's obviously the smarter decision because you don't stick with tier 1 and tier 2 weapons very often. But I wonder if they will ever add those. All right, let's go with ability crit damage, and we'll put that, yeah, we'll just buff up the mechanic. All right, 30% damage to basic enemies. Every 2 points of movement speed over 100 increases chemical damage. We'll just go with the combat knife. Obviously, we're not going to get a good feel for her damage this run either, because again, I don't have anything leveled up. We can level up her abilities, we can get her overclocks, I can level up her weapons. There's a lot we're going to be missing from her to see what her true potential is for now. But it's nice to get her out here, see what she can do, see what her abilities are going to do, kind of theory craft what we want to do with builds. And again, obviously, I think the first one to go with is like an ice one. I think ice makes sense. Let's go EMP grenade. Okay, now I did see that we are upgrading her bullet speed. I almost think it's better if it's slower, because she's throwing out an ice orb, right? That's basically what her attack is. It's like the sorceress from Diablo, like an ice orb. It would be cool if it was an actual ice orb, like if it would like shoot out sort of like icicles around it. That would be sick. Okay, let's go. I still wish I knew exactly what this was doing. Like, are we buffing up? It's still everything's still at 165. So the more we upgrade it, it doesn't seem like it upgrades the numbers. It just upgrades the duration and the cooldown, which is kind of a bummer, because you don't really, if these transmitters aren't stacking, then that's kind of a bummer upgrade. Because then we're just gonna, I'm just gonna be have multiple turrets out, you know, because as we increase the duration and reduce the cooldown, we're just gonna start having multiple transmitters out. I would rather have it actually increase the stats. It's nice that it does give you more range to run around in, though. Go nitro gun again. Okay, weapon projectiles are faster, and then faster attack speed. I've done this one. The Devil's Deal, I don't think. This one you need a very specific build for. Your stats are all increased by 20%, but you lose 2% of HP every second. You need a very specific build for this, and you probably need a medic. You're gonna need something that can give you some way to regenerate health. We're gonna banish that. I'm not gonna pick that one right now. Every time you receive damage, you gain attack speed. Does she have attack speed? I don't even know if her weapon has. I think she just fires one bullet, so I think she's like a cooldown type character. You know, kind of like he is. Yeah, see, because there's no magazine size with her weapon or anything, so I don't think she goes off like weapon attack speed. Every movement speed over 100 adds ability damage duration. What's our movement speed at? Let's just do that. That's fine. Or we could do fire, ice, electric, chemical. If any are above are 4. If any of the above types had 4 or more tags at the time, grant them +4. So ice, electric, fire. So it'd basically just be, all right, let's just go with the movement speed there. This character seems like she's gonna have a lot of good CC though. Some nice long range slows. Her ice turrets seem like they're gonna be pretty good. Ice is gonna be a thing this game. Pair her with the medic, and that'll be pretty sweet. That'll be a lot of ice. A lot of good survivability too, and then you just pick someone, because I would imagine that she's probably not the highest damage dealer. So pair her with someone like the Ghost or SWAT or Tank or something. That'd probably be pretty. I don't know how much they've nerfed and buffed abilities. I haven't had time to read over like the full patch notes. But the Ghost prior to this update was definitely the highest damage dealing class. I'm glad to see more ice, though. I am glad to see more ice. Okay, let's go electric turret here. Okay, weapons have a chance to reload instantly and cooldown reduction. This is the kind of ones we're looking for with her. And then let's lock down the Sapphire Gem. So we want cooldown reduction. Range on this is pretty big. Man, I can't wait to see what these evolutions are though. I really want to see what some of these are gonna do. Like, because this transmitter is pretty cool. I like the idea of the transmitter, where it's going to make all our abilities stronger, basically 20, 20, and 20 for everything. At least that's what it looked like. So I want to know, I really want to know what the evolution is going to be. I want to know what our choices are going to be for this. And then I wonder though if running her with the medic is, if that's too much support, because she kind of seems like maybe she's a support type character. You know, freezing, dropping her transmitters to buff us, putting additional ice on her weapons. Her other abilities aren't so much support, but maybe they turn into support. Well, like this is kind of a support ability in a way, because this probably doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm not sure how much damage these are going to do. I feel like it's not going to be a lot. Because the race cars do seem to kind of just drive around and explode randomly. So I can't really tell how good the race cars are going to be. Everybody sort of always has one ability that you just kind of ignore. All right, we'll just take this one. So let's kind of see what this race. See, like, look, this race car literally blew up right here. It didn't even blow up on a zombie, and I kind of have a feeling that's going to happen a lot. I don't think they necessarily target zombies. I think they just drive around and then randomly explode. And that's gonna be, if that's the case, that's gonna make, it's gonna make the RC cars really bad. Even if you are dropping 3 of them, who cares? They're not gonna explode on anything. Okay, let's go wind cutter. Go turret. I'm doing the turret because I want to get the ice turret. So we can basically have 2 ice turrets out. And then the engineer also has ice, ice for their energy shield too. So there's a couple ways you could do like an ice build now with these characters, with the medic and then the mechanic. Like, look at all this now. See, so then we can get freezing here. Turrets have less range, but pulse twice as often and deal ice damage. That's why I was saying it's curious why they decided to add another ice turret when there's kind of already one in here. Granted, it's an evolution, but you know, it still serves literally almost the exact same purpose. All right, let's do the glass cannon. We'll get some nice points here too to level her up, and then we'll see what we can get. Because I need to get to level 20, character level 20 to character level 20 to start unlocking stuff on her progress tree, her meta tree. I'm really glad to see a new character though. It's been a while, especially since the Pyro. I don't think a lot of us really like the Pyro. I think the Pyro was one of the weakest classes in the game. Not sure if he got a buff this patch. I know explosive weapons did. Explosive weapons did get buffed. At least the rocket launcher did. And then I know that the grenade launcher for the SWAT character is pretty strong too. That did seem like a pretty strong weapon. The one run I did with it. I'm not sure how everybody else's other tier 3 weapons are. I guess I could have picked, yeah, I didn't even think of that for the ghost. I did try the ghost though. I don't think the ghost is that good. Maybe I'm just missing the point of what it does, but it's like a single target enemy, but I think it can, or a single target weapon, you know, it just focuses one character, but I think it makes them explode, or it freezes them. It does like 2 different things. I guess the drops in the game too, I'm just kind of spouting out whatever I remember. The drops in the game are no longer tied to killing enemies, and now they just sort of randomly spawn. So power-up drops, military trainings, things like that, I guess they just randomly appear. Alright, injured status, skip rope. Let's banish. Let's do a reroll. Locked military training, kinetic, slashing, explosive. We actually don't, well, I haven't leveled up the ghost weapon yet, really. That's why we don't have a lot of kinetic. But this is going to be ice now, so I think we're just going to banish this one now. And then let's do another reroll. I guess we can take this. And then we'll just replace... I guess we can kind of replace this one, maybe? Or this one? Because this one we don't have. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have... Okay, that's not bad. Now I don't really know what to replace. We could just replace the stun one, I guess. Now that we're doing this run, I do have a feeling we could kind of be here a while. So yeah, we'll go about like 15 or 20 minutes more. Once we'll at least level up everybody's stuff. Because I will try to get the we didn't get the ghost weapon because I kind of forgot that that was a thing. But we'll try to at least get the engineers. And I don't have the tier 3 weapon for the mechanic, unfortunately. That one I have to unlock still. See, so let's see what these race cars do. So there's them driving around. So it's almost like they don't know who to see. Look, they literally just exploded around me. It's almost like they target enemies, but then maybe they're dying. And then they go try to retarget someone else. I think that's the same issue. Is that like the same issue the boomerang, the shuriken had? Can't remember. I think there was another weapon in this game that had sort of that same issue. So those race cars are going to be borderline useless if that's the case. Because you can see them kind of driving around like, oh, they're going to go hit this target. But then if you kill that target, then they switch targets. But then you're just going to kill that target, and then they're going to switch targets again. And by the time their timer runs out, there's no enemies that they have locked on, and they just explode and don't do anything. So that's going to be, if that's the case, that's going to be one of the worst abilities in the game. I think it's better off not locking on to an enemy and just drive out a certain direction and then blow up after a few seconds. I don't know what they do to fix that. But that weapon's gonna be absolute trash if it can't figure out who to explode on because they die. It has a pretty long cooldown too. 32-second cooldown. That's pretty long for an ability that's not going to do anything. Watch, like I bet you it just like these are just going to kind of like stay near me for a little bit. I don't even know where they went now. Let's go energy shield again. See, like if they follow, why are they following me around? Don't follow me around. I mean, honestly, I don't even know it. We'll just skip these. Like the race cars are following me around. That's gonna need to be changed. I bet you it's gonna be possibly the lowest DPS out of all our abilities. Unless it just does an insane amount of damage that I'm not seeing when it does hit. So this character's weapon is some sort of plasma gun. I think that's what I read. I have not seen what this one is yet, though. I've only seen a couple of them. I haven't seen. All right, we'll probably just skip these two. I think we'll just roll with what we have. Like I said, we're not trying to do a specific build here or anything. I need to level her up first before we can kind of decide that kind of stuff. Get her synergies, like I need to see what her synergies are gonna be. I hope she synergizes well with the medic because I do want to pair those two together. Okay, so here's our new gun, the plasma. Tesla may have been a genius engineer, but it is the engineer's plasma that really makes all the zombies' brains fry to ashes. Okay, so let's see what type of weapon this is. If it's gonna be like the Tesla, that'd be sick. Oh yes, hell yeah. It's another like chain lightning weapon. That's, yeah, I love that. I think I think they did that because a lot of people like the Tesla weapon. So I that's a really great decision right there. All right, I like that. That's cool. So it's basically just a super Tesla. So now it's gonna target multiple enemies. Have that nice sort of chain lightning-ish feel to it. That'll, honestly, this will probably be my main weapon then. Assuming it's decent. Because that's gonna be... That's definitely the weapon I prefer. Hit a bunch of enemies, put your electrocution on it. As long as it does, like, decent damage. So that race car, let's look what this race car does. It didn't, oh man, it drove past like 2 zombies and it didn't even explode on them. Okay, let's actually, I'm just gonna bust out all my rerolls here and let's see if this one might be fire, ice, and electric damage. Yeah, we'll just pass. So that's gonna hurt my ghost too much. Let's just re-roll these and see if we can see any things new. So okay, so this is a new one. When an item within item chest is on lockdown, there's a 50% chance for item chest to have an additional set of item choices. So does that mean I get 2 items? So if I have a lockdown and I pick one, does that mean another set is gonna show up and I get to pick? I don't know. That'll have to be one that we test out and try at some point. None of these are new. Let's re-roll again. Let's actually start banishing things too. Let's banish the ban. Oh, the ban hammer gives luck now. Did that give luck before? Frozen lasts twice as long. That could be like good for this build, obviously. Let's banish. Pick up pick. Reserve bench. This is a new one too. Gain a level up for each skip on military training and item chest. Man, these are starting to get complicated. Gain a level up for each skip on military training and item chest. Recruiting a survivor provides 1 level up every 2 minutes that has passed since the last survivor joined them. Okay, so this is maybe a good early. Yeah, this is, I guess, sort of a good early game weapon. Once you have everything maxed out, you know, this will be a quick way to level up all your abilities and your weapons. And then once you have all those maxed out, you drop this. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. That's like, it's like an XP gain item without it being XP gain. That's interesting though. And then there's the walkie-talkie again. So again, let's just kind of like, I just want to see. So, okay, so each character gets like 16. So 16. Oh, I don't even have like any of these leveled up. Okay, so each character gets 16 though. And then, so what is that? 16, 32, 48. 48 abilities worth. But then we have the evolutions too. So I guess there's, yeah, how does that work with the evolutions? I guess the evolution, I guess the evolution is just 1, so would that be 5 then? So maybe it is 20, maybe it is 20 per. Okay, let's just skip. So let's just say it's 20, 40, 60. So 30 area and duration. Okay, see, then we can get some more freezing here. That's pretty good. You can get a lot of good freezing abilities now. I love that. Because ice in this game is really good, and I wonder if they adjusted perma-freeze because of that. So the perma-freeze lets you instantly kill an enemy if they're frozen. Like it's a percentage. Area on this is absolutely huge now. Okay, let's do... Okay, then plasma, more damage per second, magazine size. If they ever add weapon evolutions, that's going to be crazy. Because then that means they're going to have to add weapon evolutions for 3 weapons now for each character. What are they going to do with that? Oh my god. If they ever add weapon evolutions, that's going to be so nuts. That's going to be so many evolutions they have to add. They'd have to add 6 per character. But that would be sick, because maybe that's when we can get, you know how I want her, the mechanics ice ball to shoot out like shards, sort of like icicles on the side. I would love that. Okay, here's a new one. Survivors flashlights cover more distance. What exactly does that even do? But it gives us 30% more critical damage. That's I don't know, that seems maybe okay. 30% critical damage doesn't seem like a lot. None of these are new. Okay, let's skip. I probably should have just taken that skip item, since I'm just gonna skip everything now. Alright, we'll take this. we can go ability area. Put that on the engineer. I'm assuming ability area probably works on these turrets too. You know, make the beams longer. I am going to assume, and I hope, because that would be awesome. We're not doing anything crazy here in terms of damage. Okay, we'll do the Sub-Zero. But again, I have a level 2 character here. I might have been able to do difficulty 3. Maybe. Okay, gain 1 point for every use of the skip function. 1 point for the level up panel, 5 for any other. Yeah, let's just try that. I'll just take that and I'll replace I wish I knew if I have this fully activated by now. Let's just replace this one. Or yeah, I mean, I don't really care that much. Oh, I do think I have glass. It does look like dang it. It looks like I do have glass of milk maxed out now. Should have switched that. Oh my gosh, I'm taking a bunch of damage here now. Let's go Hollow Ghost. Ghost. So okay, look at the race car blew up again on nothing. Literally blew up on nothing. It's gonna do that a lot. Okay, man, we could get so much frost here. All right, we're almost maxed out. Let's go EMP grenade. So yeah, that probably gets us to about the 40-minute mark. So now, of course, I took the skip item to gain military training points, but I'm not going to skip this because I need to get rid of this milk. because unless they changed it. Oh, here's a new one. If any tag, oh, I forgot about this one. If any tag is at above 30 points, remove all tag points from all other and give that to the total. My goodness, that's gonna be that's gonna be so much electric. Be so much electric. But then we would take everything. Take everything off of that. Oh man, I don't know. That's a really cool item though. Okay, so 50% chance to apply electricity. I kind of want to see what 10 or more tags. Yeah, let's just see. And 94. Okay, so like, what is that? 104% chance to apply electrify. 40% chance that enemies will invoke chain lightning. So there's a 100% chance now that they get electrified. That's insane. Oh my gosh, I really want to do this with the ice build then. You lose everything else though. We lose every other... We lose permafreeze, I lose everything else. But now I can electrify everything. Man, this is something to do builds around. For sure. Like when you do an ice build, that's definitely going to be an item you're going to want to look for. Who cares if you have like 10 kinetic or 8 chemical? If you want to just transfer all that to ice, that's incredible. That seems like a crazy good item. Because even right now, electrifying everybody at 100%, that's pretty freaking stupid. It's basically like a guaranteed stun. That's gonna be bonkers. Yeah, that definitely seems like it's gonna be one of the more fun items in this game. Because you could do that with a lot of things. You could do that with your chemical build, your ice build, your electric build. Maybe... You could probably do it with your chemical build too, but I don't know how... There's not a lot of chemical in this game. I don't know if you can get... Can you get 30 chemical? Because there's really only one chemical character and everybody else. Okay, here's a new item. Item chests have a 25% chance of having an additional set of item choices. If you have silver padlock in your inventory, this increases to 100%. Man, I don't know if I like these though. I like the I would almost like it if they gave you an additional item. Like, it would be cool if you had both of these, they would give you an additional item set. Like, because this is good for a certain period of the game. If you're trying to get very specific items, it's okay. But getting an addition, like, it's gonna let you just get more choices. I would love it if there was an item that could give you another item. Like if you had 2 of these, like if you had you would give you a bonus. Not only would you get this, but if you had both of these, you would get an extra item slot. I think that would be sweet. All right, let's just go ability damage on mechanic. I would love, I love the idea of comboing items though. There's so many items in this game. I would love to see more of them combo together. There's a few of them that do it, like the gemstones or the whatever they are. I don't think we have one. Oh yeah, these things. The gems, those kind of all combo well together. All right, let's go Pulsar. I love the idea because there's so many items in this game right now. They just added 8 new ones. There's an insane amount. I really love the idea of pairing them together, you know, like item sets. You know, if you have these 2 frost items, because there's usually like, you know, there's usually 2 electric items or 2 fire items, 2 ice items in the game. It would be cool if they sort of put a set bonus to those. If you have both of those, you get 20% extra ice damage. If you have both the electric ones, 15% chance to like, you know, things like that. That would be so sweet. All right, we're almost there. Like I said, right around 40 minutes too, we're gonna get that. Good timing, and then we're gonna call it. Because honestly, there's no point. There's no point in this run right now, other than to just level my characters up. We've seen what all the abilities are. We got the new weapon for the engineer. So right now it's just I just need to grind. I just need to grind offline a little bit. Hopefully I'll come back with a couple evolutions, like maybe we'll make it like a slow process. Come back in with like 2 evolutions and then come back with the last 2. Run some different characters, see what their level 3 weapons are. Scented Candle. No, that one's not new. Increases chance to apply status effects. I already have 100% chance to do a status effect. I wonder if 100's the max. I feel like I got more electric though, because now I thought my scaling wasn't that high before. And my percentage was, yeah, I guess never mind, we're still getting more. Because I haven't leveled up everything. Or have I? Fire's like floating above the ground. Alright, we're almost there. Shurikens. Couple more levels. Now that I have this infinite electrocute too, it seems like no enemies are really ever gonna hit me. The bosses are really the only thing that are going to be able to get through for now. That's what's going to make this really strong. This is gonna be so good for future builds. All right, one more level up. Damn, right, we're gonna hit right right at 40. Well, right before 40. No, too late. All right. Do that. All right, that's gonna be it. Reserve bench, nothing new here. Just skip that. All right, let's go let the zombies get us. You can get me now. Go ahead. Oh, you missed. You're missing. There you go. It's like I'm not even moving. You're supposed to be able to get me now. We'll go stand in some poison if we can find it. This guy, I think, is gonna do poison. Yep. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. We're done. All right, let's see. Arm through the night. Survive the night with a mechanic as the leader. Okay, so her remote control car did 420. Her cooling mods actually did less. No, the cooling mod is the additional damage. The ice turret did 20. So the ice turret clearly looks like her best ability. Her nitro gun seemed to do decent. Again, these numbers aren't going to compare to like what we see with these other characters. Kunai, Winco, like why are these feel so low? Maybe I guess it's just because the zombies don't have high health. That's why the damage numbers are so low, because that was only tier 2, so the enemy health isn't as high as it normally would be. Yeah, I mean, nothing really of note here. Remote control car compared, like if we're comparing this to like the ice turret, obviously it's trash. The cooling mods, that's additional damage, so that's just sort of like modifying our weapons a little bit, so I guess it's hard to determine how good that really is. It's, I guess 341 extra DPS isn't really that great though. And then the transmitter, you can't really put that into numbers because it's really too hard to like tell exactly how much additional. I mean, obviously it's like 20 damage, but it's also 20 duration, 20 something else, but then who knows how long we're in it. But that's a good ability. Yeah, so there we go. Oh, we reached level 30. Okay, that's not bad. Let's go see what we kind of can do with level 30. Oh, did I gain 27? I must have gained 27. Okay, let's go see what we can do with her, and then we'll call it. So, okay, so we unlock a little bit here. So, let's see. RC cars, we can get extra range. Hang on. Range, cooldown, and extra count. The extra count's not bad. Okay, so we get the evolution here, which is nice. I wish it would show us what the evolution is, though. Can we see what the evolution is? We can. Okay, so RC cars explosions now leave an oil spill that slows down enemy and bursts into fire after a while, or deploys a single RC car that prioritizes boss enemies and actively deals slash damage. What? So does it not blow up anymore? Does it just like circle? That's kind of cool. It's just gonna be like a remote control car with like a blade on it. Is that what that is? That's interesting. Okay, let's go back. That's the only thing we got though. Oh no, we get evolution. Oh yes, this is what I want to see. Okay, unlocks 2. Okay, this one's making me nervous. This one gives us pickup range and white power duration. Okay, so this one you're gonna pair up with the engineer. Creates an expanding ring of energy when spawned, dealing electric damage. That's sick. I wanted to see. I hope we see something with ice here though. Like you gotta pair this up with the medic. You gotta pair this last one up with the medic. Okay, I'm really nervous to see what these are. I hope they're good. All right, let's see what they are. Puts more weaker transmitters which connect to each other. Crossing the connection line provides a 3-second bonus of 30% weapon damage and electrifies or burns passing enemies. That's interesting. puts more weaker transmitters, which connect to each other. So they're going to give us weapon damage, and then they're going to electrify or burn enemies. Then the last one is transmitter now grants an even stronger boost, which scales up the closer you are to the center of its signal. Ooh. Okay. I like those. They're not... I don't know. Well, okay. I guess they're pretty exciting. I like those. This one seems interesting. This one... So it's going to connect the transmitters together, and then enemies are going to take damage, and then we're going to get... That's weird, though. Like, so there's going to be like a connecting line. Crossing the connection line provides... So we're going to have to... This one's going to be like a run around. Like, I have to run around and constantly cross through the line. Just run back and forth. That seems kind of like a weird play style, but we'll see. All right, and then anything else I can upgrade over here? Bullet speed, cooldown, bullet speed, rip and tear, extra damage, attack size, attack speed. Yeah, that's about all we can see for now. How many points can I put into it? This gives me cooldown duration. Let's put like whatever points we can into that. Let's back one out here. Max out the nitro gun. I feel like the nitro gun I'm gonna prefer over the chainsaw. Okay. Well, there we go. Well, that's it. Pretty big update. A lot of cool things to try out here in the future. Once we level her up a little bit more, once I start getting, you know, I guess I need to get to 40, and then I guess, well, this was 20, 40, and then maybe it's 60. Does it show? No, it doesn't show when we unlock them. So it might be 20, 40, 60. So I definitely will need to grind a little bit more with her, unlock the rest of these. But at least now we have 2 new evolutions we can play around with, and a synergy with the engineer. And then I wonder what this last synergy is going to be. And then I guess at some point there'll probably be another synergy. So yeah, all right. Well, that's it. There we go. Big update. Go feel free to check it out. Again, this is the public beta, not live. If you want to figure out how to do it, they have a pretty good description on their Steam page. It's easy to do. I would explain it, but I don't exactly remember what you click on. It's like properties and then betas or something, but go look on their Steam page. They show you how. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back with this game a lot more because there's a lot to discover here with builds and stuff. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.